story begins a few weeks after the Battle of Seth Eldar. At this point, a player that had his character die during the battle made a new one, Skylar, a Kenku rogue who was a diplomat. The party reached a town that was also decimated by the battle. They saw only a handful of souls walking around. The party asked an old man where everyone went. He just kept repeating, "The fountain, the fountain." So the party decided to go there. Well, only two of them did. Uda and Atun. Uda and Atun went on to go to the fountain, and with Skylar going back to the city. Uda and Atun rode for 3 days to get to the fountain, in the forests in the province north of Varys Khan, called Westeron. The entrance of the forest was nothing new, but as they got closer to the fountain, they could see a weird creature. It looked like it had a large body of a crow, a tail of a cat, and a head and ears of a squirrel. It stared at them from the ground, but as they went further into the forest, they saw billions of eyes staring back at them, as if waiting for something. They got to the fountain after they saw all of the creatures. Then they saw a large deer creature. It was about 20 feet tall and 10 feet in length. It looked green, with a lot of moss growing on it. On its head it had 2 large beady eyes, a long 3-inch fang protruding from its mouth, and a single 8-inch horn growing from its head. It kept going around in a large circle. Atun decided to follow it once around. Nothing happened. Uda joined in the second time around, still nothing. The deer went on, around and around, until it stopped at the fountain and laid down. After that whole ordeal, they saw the fountain. It looked to be about 2,000 years old, very decayed, but still held water in its base. It was a 3-tiered fountain. The base, a second smaller dish, and on top, which held a dragon claw. The dragon claw looked like it held something of the past, but it didn't now. Atun went up to the dragon claw and pushed on it, hoping something good would happen. As he pushed it, the dragon claw crumbled into dust, the dust landing into the water below. A few seconds later, they heard a female's voice say, "Drink from the fountain, it's good for you." Neither did. Again, drink from the fountain, it will bring eternal life. After hearing that, Uda succumbed to the urge and drank from the murky water. As soon as the water touched her lips, she felt like her energy drained from her. She couldn't make out anything real or surreal. Atun asked in a worried voice, "Why would you drink from the fountain?" Uda replied, "Pretty voice told me to." Atun sighed and looked at the other end of the clearing. He saw a beautiful female elf come from it. She had long silver hair that glowed like moonlight, a pure white dress. Her eyes were bright green. She asked Atun, "Your friend drank from the water. Why won't you?" Atun said sternly, "Because it looks like a trap." "Oh no, I promise it isn't. These are the waters of life, and you are at the Immortal's fountain. So, drink the water the gods gave us." Atun shook his head. The elf then started singing. Uda passed out within the first few seconds of the song, and Atun was strong-willed and didn't give in to the song. The elf sung louder and louder until every other sound was drowned out. Still, Atun didn't waver. He slowly pulled out a crossbow and shot the elf. The song suddenly stopped, and the next thing Atun knew, he saw a decaying face and the sunken eyes of a corrupted Fae. The Fae clawed Atun, hitting his armor. Atun grabbed out a flail and attempted to hit the Fae, but hit Uda instead. Uda instantly woke up and asked, "What the hell is going on?" Atun says, "The Fae is evil. We must kill it." The Fae clawed at Atun again, going through his armor. The 2 party members fought the Fae for a few more minutes. Before the Fae died, she let out a horrifying scream, then fell down to the ground lifeless. The scream hurt them a lot, mentally. After the Fae died, the fountain slowly became how it was 2 millennia earlier. The trees became large oak trees, the fountain's bricks were repaired, and the dragon claw was back in place. The fountain's water, though, was still corrupted.